when somebody responds with that attitude, it's because Karens are just caring about their experience. Welcome to the Coffee Chat Podcast. This is episode 24, and we're super excited because we have big news. We have reached 500 downloads on our podcast since we started this. And it's been a journey. It's been fun. It's been exciting. And we just want to thank you for everybody who's been a part of this journey, for those who have shared, listened, and just followed us through this whole process. And we cannot forget our team, our wonderful team, Victor and Weddle, who are a media crew here recording and just always being here for these past 24 weeks. We're excited for what's to come. And we invite you, if you haven't already, subscribe and share this to somebody that may benefit from this, that can help them out. This is a podcast for leadership, if you want to grow as a business leader. And today we're going to tackle the topic on how to handle criticism. It's going to come. It's going to happen. And I love what Aristotle says. He quotes this: criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. So let me tell you, if you have a business, if you're a leader in an organization, you're doing something. So you're going to receive criticism. So first of all, let's define what this word means. The dictionary says this: the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. That's what criticism means. It's a perception of somebody who sees that something's going on in your business. They don't like what they received, the service or the product that they got. And the key word here is a critic. Criticism is people who are critiquing, they're evaluating the experience, and they're just letting you know what they felt. And I feel bad for everybody who's born with the name Karen, because in these times, if they say you're a Karen, it means you're responding or you're criticizing a business. But when somebody responds with that attitude, it's because Karens are just caring about their experience. And they might not be always fun. It might always be a good criticism, but they want to be heard. And we're going to be talking about 3 things that we can do to respond to criticism. The question not if it's going to happen. It's going to happen. The question is, how will you respond? And now we have things like social media where people can just comment what they feel, what they experience. We have platforms like Yelp, which is a great resource to say, what you're feeling, what you went through, so other people can know what's going on. So it's a voice that we've never had before. So what are we doing as a business, as our organization, to respond to those things? And the first thing that I want you to know before we go through our 3 points is that don't take the bait of offense. Don't get offended when people tell you something. And I know it's a struggle when you're starting off. When we opened up, it's like your baby. You wake up early. You invest your time. You're there pouring your heart. And when somebody offends your baby, of course, you're going to get mad. But through the years, we've learned that we cannot waste our energy on things that don't really matter. Because what are we doing when we put our energy on other things? We're leaving our baby by itself. We're leaving our business, and we're focusing and putting our energy on things that are from the outside. So don't let criticism distract you from the purpose of your business. Your business needs you. So the 2 things that you can do when you receive criticism, it's 1, you can absorb it, or 2, you can take action. Another way to put it is you can defend or you can deflect that criticism. Not everything you should respond to. Not everything you should, put your voice or try to say something. Because remember, the definition of criticism is based on a perception. People have this idea. Maybe, you're going to have a lot of customers. A lot of people come to your business, and they're all going to have their ideas. Somebody saw it good. Somebody didn't like this part. But how will you respond? So number 1, if you're taking notes, number 1, to handle criticism, you have to find the truth. Find the truth. They say that every lie has a truth. So even if it's a bad comment, even if it's a bad criticism, you can always find something truth out of it. Of course, unless they say like this place sucks and that's it. They don't really criticize you well. But you have to come into a perception of you have to see how can I make this so it can help my business grow? How can I become better by listening to this criticism? Because people, you can convert a criticism into a compliment. It's possible. It's done before. You can't always do it, but it's an opportunity to make somebody's experience better by listening to them. And I remember when we opened our Goodyear location, which we're recording from right now, Colados, Goodyear, it was probably one of the hardest 2 weeks of our whole journey. Why? Because we had opened our location, our second location, the first time we expand, and we received a lot of feedback from our customers, from our guests. One, we were not expecting so much, so many people, so much traffic in those first 2 weeks that we were not prepared. We didn't have, the truth is, we didn't have enough people trained to do the job. You know, we had, the first time we ever did this, of course, we learned a lot. But we found the truth of a lot of people who were commenting, man, you guys are taking a long time with our crepes. Man, it looks a little disorganized in this area. And of course, it hurt. You know, I was hurt. I was like, man, what's going on? Do we need to move? Do we need to close? You know, of course, that died down a little bit as we took that feedback and we got better. But we took it and we said, we need to fix this fast. What are we going to do? Do we take action from this and we ignore the people? Or, you know, do we just absorb it and not do anything? So my rule of thumb is if I get one bad response or a bad comment, you know, I'm going to take it in and look at it, be like, maybe it's true. But once you see something continually, people are saying the same thing about the timing and you don't do anything about it, that means that we do have a problem and the people are trying to help you out. Of course, there may be some situations where, like our Avondale location, where we've reached our max capacity, we can't make it any bigger, we can't make the wait any shorter because of the space, then that's when you can change your perception and maybe just clarify and say, thank you for your patience, thank you for visiting us, but unfortunately our space is small. We do recommend you maybe visiting at a different time because Saturdays are just crazy, or trying our other locations. And that's how we can defend and clarify on why the wait was so long. I'm gonna read a couple of reviews that we've received in the past, and just so you can get an idea of how we've responded to it. Here's one we received recently, and it says, quote, I love Colados so much. I've been following them from the very beginning, and I'm so happy to see your family achieve their goals and expand the business. I took my son to your Goodyear location on Saturday after he won his football game, and he was in heaven with the Nutella crepes. My only criticism is the long wait time, but that's a good problem to have. Blessings. So, you know, that was a good criticism. She said something positive. A great criticism has a good and bad in there. If somebody just says something negative, then that person just has a bad mindset. You can see when people have a bad comment and you see other reviews, it's mostly negatives. But we saw something good and bad from this review. And I was here that day, and we got it was a lot busier than we had ever had in the past. So, of course, we took it. We talked to our team. Hey, guys, we need to staff more people. We introduced, you know, plates now and mugs. So we need more people to wash and have more people in the back. So we hired some people, but we need a lot more. So that's a quick action we can take and fix. So this is how I responded. Thank you for your continuous support, because she said she had been coming from the beginning. We appreciate your every visit. That's very important about responding to reviews. Always appreciate them taking the time to comment and say something. We do apologize for the wait. We will do better, which we've already implemented that. Hope to serve you again soon. That's always a call to action. I don't like to say, hope to see you soon. Oh, hope you can visit us soon. I like the word serve. Okay, that's what we're here to do. We want to serve you again soon. So that's just an example how we tackled or how we tried to fix or just to respond to this criticism. So first, you have to find the truth. Next thing we have to do in order to handle criticism is have empathy. I know it's hard. I know it hurts sometimes, but having empathy for somebody who has come, taken their time out of the day, chosen to come, it always excites me to see so many people and be like, man, these people planned it. They said, hey guys, we're going to Colados tomorrow. For us, as you know, being a part of your business owners, it means the world. Like these people went out of the way, went through traffic. Some people we say, we drove 45 minutes just to visit you. The least thing we can do is have empathy for those people who didn't have the experience that they expected. And how we're gonna do that? It starts with an L. It's to listen. Listen to those people, especially if it's somebody in person. Take whatever you're doing and just listen to those people, and you're gonna find that that's all they wanted. They wanted the attention. They wanted somebody to listen to their experience, and always put yourself in their shoes. How would you want somebody to respond if you went to a restaurant, a place, a service, and you didn't have the experience? You wasted your time. It took longer than you expected. We did these cards that said, "That's our bad. We messed up. Here's a free drink on us." So there's another review that I have here that says, patiently waited 40 minutes and did not receive drink or food. Pathetic. First and last time here. So for us, when you're leading an organization, you see that's not good. We didn't do something in our part that we could have fixed. We could have done better in that area. So this is how I responded. Hey, and then I said the person, we apologize for your experience. I think we can do better than that. Send us your email and we will give you a meal on us. Thank you. So that's just saying for us, hey, we messed up. We took a little longer. And this is at an Avondale location. This is a while back. So this is when we're barely starting off. We're trying to get all the operations down. But I went ahead and said, you know what? We messed up. Give us another chance. Here's a free crepe and drink for your next visit. And we email them the gift card. And another great organization that does this is Chick-fil-A. They messed up on my order once. I called, hey, we're missing two things. They said, let me get your address, and I'm going to send you a gift card to your house. So they mailed it to us, and I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. So that's how you turn a complaint into a compliment. And you get those raging fans, those loyal guests that come to your business because they might go to other places and they don't listen to them. They ignore them. Maybe they get talked back to. But here, we want to be a place that can listen. And a great reminder is always start a respond on social media with an appreciation. Thank you so much for letting us know. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Those words are super crucial in order to have a good response. So have empathy. And lastly, give it time. I take things personal sometimes, and it gets better as you go. As you're growing, you learn that not to take it personal. But if you're starting a business and you're getting these responses, take some time to respond. Don't do it at the moment because you might be in pain. They might hurt your baby, and you're like, heck no, I'm gonna get you back. But try to take some time, let the emotions come down, and you're gonna see that it wasn't worth it. What you say. Sometimes I'll respond, but I'll never post it just to get it out of the way, and then the next day change it and say, all right, we'll do better. What can we do? Thank you. We'll take your feedback and share it with your team. Every time we get a review here at Colados, I screenshot it after I responded to it, and I send it to our team, and they get to see what's going on. And sometimes like, oh, I work with that person. I know what happened. That was our bad. Or maybe, you know what? I saw it like this. I perceived it a different way. So it's important to take those comments and feedback very, very importantly in your business. And always try to see how we can improve. If it's something that keeps on coming up, then, let's fix it. How can we do better in this area? But the key is don't let it consume you. Don't let it take the energy and drain you out just because one person didn't like the food. I know a good friend of ours, when he started off, he got a lot of, negative feedback. And he says that it would just crush him. He would go into the room and just like punch the air, and he's like, come on, man, like this is good stuff. Like I've tried this before. You can't make everybody happy. You can't go out there and try to fix every situation. You can do your part and try to, fix the situation. But if that person is not happy, some people, you're just not gonna be able to make them happy. And then always keep your focus on the positives as well. We've gotten over 500 reviews on our Avondale location. The majority are 5 stars. There are a lot of 1 and 2 stars, but the majority are good reviews. So don't let one bad apple ruin everything. Don't let one bad review, a couple bad reviews, just bring you down. As a business owner, as a leader, you got to put your focus on what's good, on what's working. How can we improve? How can we grow in this business so we can make each experience better and better? Let me tell you something. Your competition is not other restaurants around you. Your only competition is your past. It's how you did before. It's how you did the week before. And the best thing you can do is grow and say, you know, we've gotten better, we're improving, and that's the best thing you can have for yourself. And like Kelly Clarkson says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And you're gonna learn as you grow and you live through each process, each year. You're gonna get better at this. You're gonna get criticism. It's not gonna crush you. You know, people are gonna come and say bad things to you. We've had somebody throw a receipt at one of our employees, and she handled it amazing. She didn't. She just stood there. She said, "Okay." You know, there's some situations where it does get aggressive, but what we noticed is that other people were watching, and they DM'd us. They sent us a message. We saw this. You're one of your employees. She handled it so well. So people are always watching on how you respond. And as a business, you got to keep it professional, give excellence, and give your best. You know, you're growing. We make mistakes, but we can't let that stop us from continuing doing business. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. These 24 podcasts have been a journey. It's been amazing. We've learned so many stories. We have one more to go before this season ends. We're going to pick it up again after that. But we just want to take some time to appreciate you, all the feedback, the reviews that you leave on Apple Podcasts. It means the world to us. So if you haven't, take some time to review and share this with other people. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week for our last podcast. See ya. Thank you.